Happy Friday. How's it going? It's officially the weekend, and it's going to be a nice long one too, because at least here in the States it will be. Next Tuesday is our Independence Day, which means that Monday will most likely be viewed as a federal holiday for like banks and the post office and whatnot to close up too. So if you have a nice cushy job where you get an extra day off and a nice lengthy weekend, brava, enjoy it for the both of us, pretty please. That all said, are you ready to get into the reading? So today I'm using the Weaver Tarot by Threads of Fate. I'm going to try really hard to remember to tag them and put their website down below. And this deck, the High Sage, is also known as the High Priestess. As you can see here, there's a full lunar cycle. We have like the yin and the yang going on, the enlightenment, the fire up above the all-seeing eye, and the inverted triangle. What does all this mean, you ask? It means you need to start trusting yourself because you have killer intuition. You're just not listening to it. And I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Society has really been hammering on us for far too long to stop trusting ourselves. That we need to listen to our government. We need to listen to the people in power, the people in charge. But here's the thing. When's the last time they really helped you out? Think about it. The people who are currently in office, very few of them I voted for. Very few of them. And there's a reason for that, because I could see the writing on the walls before they got into their seats of power, and I knew that they would not lead their people well. They just wouldn't. That's not what they're there to do. So, you need to start trusting your own divine intervention, your own divine guidance. So if you're like seeing red flags going off in your head, that's a sign. Trust it. Truly trust it. Your intuition is telling you you need to pay better attention to what it is you're tying yourself up to, because if you don't, you won't be able to properly balance out your life the way that you should be. For example, yes, you may have a government job, but if you're salaried, then maybe you're forced to work too many hours. If you're salaried in the state of Ohio, you can be forced to be on call 24/7. If you're in the United States military, you are salaried. You're forced to be on call 24/7. You literally never catch a break. Now, I'm not saying defect from your job. I'm not saying defect from your post. What I am saying is that this is when it matters for you to pay attention to your intuition. Who are you voting for? Are you even registered to vote? Have you gone through and truly seen what these people stand for? Because this does trickle down to you, believe it or not. Sorry, I wasn't planning on getting political in this post, but here we are. And considering everything that's going on in the world right now, I think it's time we all start paying better attention, don't you? Because ultimately it does affect you. Even if you're a single individual, maybe you bat for both teams, so to speak. It matters to you. Do you identify as a female? It 1000% matters to you. Do you have kids? It 1000% matters to you. So whatever the case may be, pay attention to who's running for office, wherever you are. Down here on the local levels, up here on the federal levels, and everything in between. Pay attention and do your research. Because those people, they're treating you like a puppet on strings. Now, this can go for your personal life as well. This can go for work. This can go for home, spouses, family, so on and so forth. Friends even. But definitely from the higher up political standpoints, we're being treated like puppets. I don't know about you. I'm not okay with that. The North Node is about to move from Taurus, which was all about finding safety and security, into Aries, which is all about, it's time for me to put myself first. Because I don't know about you, I'm sick of being the bird in the middle of this picture. I don't want to be this bird. I don't want to be this bird. I don't want the Three of Swords anymore. I am ready to move on to my Two of Cups phase, where I'm taking myself out. I'm treating myself. I'm making sure that I have not just like base shelf drinks when I go out. I'd like to at least have mid-level. It doesn't have to be like super high class, but I'd like to at least have, a really nice drink when I go out. Or 2 or 3 if I'm able to. Lou agrees. We have, hey, we have sophisticated taste buds in this house. It's time for us to be the King of Swords. The King is the conqueror in this deck, by the way. It's time for us to be the Almighty, to speak up and speak our truth. And if you notice, this could be a couple of different things. This could be like a nest protecting the birds with the wings coming out of it. It could be a crown of thorns where you have been betrayed by those who promised to keep you protected. Whatever the case may be, it is officially time for you, me, all of us to stand up and say, enough is enough, we're done. Even the planet is clapping back right now, guys. Come on. The Schumann resonance has been off the chain in a really bizarre way. Ocean Gate has been happening where Gaia is saying, no more. I don't want these yahoos in my waters where they don't belong. And then there's the Canadian wildfires that are just absolutely crazy pants right now. I don't know about you. I'm kind of ready for the reset. So it's time for us humans, especially those of us who are enlightened, to speak up and speak out and make the change happen. Again, another king. How about that? We have the King of Swords and the King of Wands. Use that passion. Use that fire. Allow it to propel you forward to make sure your voice is being heard. Maybe it's time for you to start peacefully protesting, but in a way that you're going to be seen and heard, that you get people's attention. So that way other people know, oh, okay, I need to speak up too, because I'm not the only one who feels that way. Because you're not alone in this. The 10 of Coins means that by you using that passion, using that fire that is already ignited within you to speak up and out, you're going to bring people to the front lines with you. This specific hermit is the lantern with the star inside of it. That's you, by the way. This is you shining your light because you've already done your healing. You have made sure that you know where you stand and in the collective, in the world. And you're going to bring people along with you who know exactly what you're saying, who know that we can't keep on keeping on like this. The cost of living versus the cost of wages just does not equal out, not even close. The whole federal government going back and forth about, should we let go of federal student loans or should we make them pay it back? I mean, I know my feelings on the matter. And I know that, the couple grand that I owe back ain't gonna make the smallest dent in the national debt average. Whereas if banks were to have to repay back all the money that they begged for, if these billionaires had to start paying their taxes, all of that might actually make a small dent, right? So this is what I mean. Speak up. Be an activist. Because the universe is changing. Mother Nature is changing. Are you willing to change and evolve and help make a better tomorrow for yourself and for those around you? Or are you going to stay stuck in the now? That isn't working, by the way. Nobody's happy here. let me rephrase. Very few people are happy here. Like the less than 1% of us who are struggling to make ends meet and pay our bills every month. Yeah, the rest of the world, they're perfectly content. Personally, I'm ready to move forward. I'm ready to move on. So are you going to come with me? Or are you going to stay stuck in the right now that isn't really working?